Hello, once again. It is me once again. The end of the same one now. The end of seeing for the end of some new soccer Steam updates. And the end of relating towards taking CPL, USL, and even Major League Soccer. Well, let's get some Major League Soccer ones out of the way, and of some sort. Probably in 2028. It's possibility that it's CF Montreal might end the only staying in the Olympic Stadium is their permanent home instead of temporary home. Because I do not think Simcoe Stadium, but they're not likely staying in a much longer. It's by marked as one of the top five worst stadiums in Major League Soccer. Just going to be stand alone with Dick Spoinger's Park, Rio Trento Stadium, which has now become America's first field, the Seahawks Stadium, and last but not least, they give me shocking at all. Bank of America Stadium for Charlotte FC. So yeah. And yeah, those are the markets of the and also second the worst, the way closest ahead of the worst soccer stadiums in Canada, the Simcoe Stadium is, to not far behind to BC Place, home of the Whitecaps. So yeah, so some sort, yeah. So technically, Olympic Stadium's good for some roof renovations already. This is the end of some sort. But here's the thing, when after the roof renovations are done, and they might go for interior renovations to probably get out of the, unless the Expos does return now. The Olympic scene has pretty much no use for the Baseball Confederation anymore. So unless the Expos does return, but they probably don't, because of how free Major League Baseball is these days with the Expos. So it kind of is most likely see they end up if they see the Olympic Stadium reverting back to the 1976 Olympic Stadium type look without having the track. It's just gonna be like 1976 track and field look, because they had to restate all the back stands or something before they're gonna beat baseball configuration, and they end up return to the stands so they end the way it is. And to show you that a way better look at some sort, what I mean, those back stands right here, they seem better look here right now, but the scoreboard right there, I think it's gonna probably be reinstated, and they had in the next interior renovation, at the end of some sort, until the end of naked mostly soccer friendly and only of some sort. It's gonna be restated back to the pole shape instead of the baseball confederation. So there's some sort. But the only difference is the scoreboards in the Radiotron will be a lot more newer, the way it is. So not be surprised. And an interior renovation is gonna be coming up right after the roof renovations. It's gonna became permanent home for CF Montreal for Major League Soccer. Though of some sort, which makes sense. And on my top of that, this is going on right now. Only you've seen earlier videos about the way to the Columbus, it's Colorado Rapids, so they're moving to the Broncos Stadium in the future. Right top of that too. So you've seen the earlier videos, and even also right top of possibility that they end up have also rumored that if the Philadelphia Union is about to be in a move to the South Philly area, but it's not yet to be confirmed yet. So they end up being true or not, it's for sure. Another one that they end up noticing right now is you have the Chicago Fire situation and the new stadium for the Chicago Fire at the end of some sort. Yeah, the main fear of the Chicago Fire is probably the stadium's going to be reduced in size and even worse, shared with the Chicago White Sox and MLB baseball team on the same lot. So this is gonna most likely to the end of would happen for sure. The end of way it is. So yeah. So the end of so yeah. So yeah, the problem is within the Chicago White Sox and the blooming feet nears. They end up. It's very hard to the end of seeing the end of the fire. The whole this field to the whole site to itself because of blooming White Sox comeback for the of the spot, and then they had no choice. They end up share the spot, but the White Sox, known as the 78 at this point, in the Chicago Fire, they end up supposed to build a new stadium there, but looming fears of the possible White Sox takeover and not be surprised in the end of what's gonna likely come is gonna come in a hurry. So this makes sense. Anyway, we're gonna find out for sure. Yeah, so it'll in a be FYI for sure. When this is coming to be. For yeah, find out for sure. Yeah. Hold on a minute. I just had to get bring my cat in, so that's okay. So yeah, there is also the 1 month ago rumor about Sacramento Republican to break ground to the end of the steam there. But that's gonna be later on into this video. No. So it's it is. Now let's go to USL at this point now. The first is in shit. I was not supposed to show you that. Here we go. So far, anybody heard about the news at this point? Yes. But I found out. Yeah. Yeah, and I found out Miami FC is my possibility to build a stadium within Homestead, which. Yeah, remember I said earlier that by Miami FC is my possibility they end up rumor to they end up renovate to the Miami Marine Stadium that they built for the four new home by Miami FC. I might be thinking that it's gonna be like a possible temporary use, because I think the reason is that I think Miami FC they end up figure out that I think the issues of Miami Marine Stadium is when it case of hurricane season, which comes right in the heart of USL's season. Yeah, it's kind of afraid the soccer team might go underwater in the case of a bad hurricane. So you end up because of that, So they have temporary matches at Miami Marine Stadium and held most of the games right at this new Homestead Stadium. And it's shown right here. Yeah, like I think the reason is the move. Like I said earlier about the Pitbull Stadium issue, the home of the college football team. Yeah, this is also the issue that I think so it is. I need Royman to get out of here. So this is what they're looking at right now for Miami FC. So, so not only do we have the Miami Marine Stadium, but then the possibility in the moving to, it's also the new home for Miami FC. It will also come in for them as soon as possible. Does it make sense? So, at the end of this plan, at the end of it's allowed to the Miami FC to get two stadiums there instead of being just one. To the end of for Miami FC, I think this move will be risky, but it's gonna be questionable. So we'll see that this comes to be for sure. And to play both at not only in Homestead, but also at the Miami Marine Stadium in the future. So also the Wild is in the found out so far. And I found out Sacramento Republic is the end not only had under groundbreaking for the new stadium for the some sort, but they try again for Major Soccer, but they failed the first time. I think the problem is I don't think it's gonna matter though, because in spite of this. But here's the thing, man, because the Phoenix and Vegas expansion for Major Soccer, though that means they end up seeing Sacramento Republic USL to the end up because the promotion relegation coming, they need to get a bigger stadium in Sacramento. So this is what's going on. For sure. For the end for real. And yeah. The final one is going to be related to Canada's CPL. At the end up, the final for sure, in Kingston. A new stadium, but they had a bit nuts in Kingston. At the end up, to the altar, they allowed a better stadium, but they can easily compete with MLS and even USL. No, here's the main problem now. On the CPL, might be possibly absorbed by USL or MLS in the future, just because the expansion of more Canadian teams. But there's some sort of standard in what they got right now. For right now, they're trying to get the best, and they try to get back on course for the CPL, and then at this point, it's allowed it to be accurate of some sort. Yeah, so they end up this new stadium, but they built in Kingston, and they end up it's gonna be built within an abandoned, park side there. I believe it's gonna be put into its place. And to see why. This is gonna be interesting so far. For the end of for Kingston, so which just makes sense. And hold on. So then to go for the rumors and then for MLS. So your technique is for looking into the MLS expansions at the end of it to possibility rumor today for sure. And it is so. Well, to go all the way down right now, to get two cities and then left for expansion candidates right now, and the Vegas and the Phoenix, right here. So For Vegas to the end of, yeah, Vegas to the end of, wait for updates for Vegas at this point. So I found out for sure. But for yeah, so it's no updates to the Vegas at this time. So for Phoenix, yeah, we never. Phoenix is getting a little bit closer to the joint in the MLS at this point. So all the way. Trying to add this expansion there, so it's possible for sure. But the USL is going for expansions like crazy. But there's also a lot of rumors about expansions that they end up relate to. So there's a lot of rumors that relate towards expansion at this point. Anyway. Yeah, so you found out one now. So they found to look at USLC. There's a couple of rumors and it says here, they look at the list right here. You can see Roswell, Georgia on here. It was also a rumor, which I think this is probably a USL team in Georgia. Who knows? So that's gonna be, you have to see for sure. Yeah, so also the Works also planning to get a team in Louisiana too, but don't know what happened to it. For USL 1. So yeah, so they look at Reddit. They end up for sure. So this is happened 2 months ago, so it's kind of recent. So this is the USL 1 and they end up from beyond the 90s, so summer 2025. Yeah, they got Boise and others in there, but there's also, you can see others too in it on this list. But here's the final one now. We got Omni, which is in New York. Get AFC Ann Arbor, which is in Michigan. Annapolis in Maryland. And also they got Ababalos, which is technically Georgia, I believe. Which is, yeah, of course, the Atlanta Metro. Astro City, which is in, believe is in North Carolina. Boston City, Massachusetts. Dayton Dutch Lions, which is from, I think Ohio. Got Dalton, Erie Sports, Dalton, North Carolina. Got Erie Sports, which is in northern Pennsylvania. Everett in Washington. Inner New Hampshire, which that's in New Hampshire, is right near the Hearts of Pine. You got Lancaster, which is in California, I believe. And also got Mofesto, which is it's right near, it's in Fresno. You got Montgomery United, which is in Alabama. Pensacola, Florida. New Orleans is trying to get USL C, they try to get USL 1 instead. Peoria City, which is a city with no highways in Illinois. Rio Central, New Jersey, which, yeah, as you know, that's kind of right near. I think this is by Twin Tin is and others and some sort. You got Reno in Nevada, Rochester in this is MN, is Minnesota, which is very north Minnesota, somewhere very cold. You got Santa Rosa in California. I got Springfield, Missouri, Wellington, which is in Delaware. Yeah, which is right near Philly. Yes and no. Winter Green. Yeah, and yes, Winter Green is a big one. Yes. Oh no, that's not the big one. It is Winter Green is Orlando. I thought it was Ontario for a minute. My bad. Yeah, so yeah, those are just rumors. So that this is the end of for sure. The USL 1 for sure, and then I found out that's from Reddit, and then as you know, so yeah, yes, in the end up. For CPL expansions, though, yeah, so as I found out, expansions in the CPL, they might get a new team in CPL in Quebec. Yeah, I found out Quebec City is trying to add to the CPL in the anyway. This is try to build this franchise, though. This will end up changing in the future, the way it is. The poor rumors as well. You don't forget anything about the rumors. So here it is. So to check out CPL and the rumors, so they end up for sure. So I only know about Quebec City, but also to look at. So they end up there was a team and they end up Western Canada, St. John's and Newfoundlands, and then it was used to have a team. This has ended up being disappeared somehow, and I don't know what happened to it. It's just possible for sure. Yeah, so I'm still waiting for sure. Anyway. And last but not least is MLS. The end up rumors for expansion. Yeah, this is so technically expansion in the MLS is technically not big. So technically I forgot to Phoenix and Vegas. It goes to 32. I think this could be the highest. So this also gets it's also possibly another rumor that the MLS might be absorbed by USL either way in the future. At the end of there was all the teams in USL. There was all the teams in MLS will be turned to USL teams in the end of making giant growth. That means Los Angeles might get 3, Dallas gets 2, and again finally get expansion in Chicago and others. And it makes sense. Even that also means MLS Next Pros might absorb to USL 1, and they also only for the independent teams, because the rest of the like Orlando Lions, Orlando City Lions 2 and others like that's gonna be folded, and they end up relocate to other teams outside, and then afterwards they end up MLS Next Pro exhort right into USL 1 in the future, partly the promotion relegation. There's some sort of anyway. So yeah. So that tech is also rumored as well. So yeah, so that might be it for Steam. Some sort Steam ideas and also otherwise. Oh yeah, the rumors is the Steam location of all those rumors or others is unknown. At the end of it's where it is. And yeah, this is a Steam updates video, not a rumor video, but and yet it confirms Steam locations and all those is still unknown. So yeah. So stay tuned for updates in the case that this comes to be. So that is it. And for my stream right there. Short and sweet is a piece of pie, okay, as I know. And hope you like this stream right here for the Steam updates or otherwise. Yeah, short and easy. Take a little break from the 1 hour 45-minute video right in the premiere from yesterday because it's so long, and as you know, so yeah, and so it's short and easy. So as you know, so hope you like my stream, like, subscribe, and ring a bell to do not miss any notifications prior to this, and the end of. And see you in the next stream or video or whatever I do next. Is technically this is right on me at this point. So good luck to everyone on this stream. Anyway, so also wherever you live in or location in, is hope you like it too, because it's because my, as you know, the say is that once again my channel is now global. So it just makes sense. You hope I like the stream, but at this point, and Joshua Cameron, and finally I'm out of here. And otherwise, to say, you get ready for it. Is beep, beep, beep. See you in the next video. I'm Joshua Cameron, and I finally am out of here. But otherwise, well, bye for now. Oh yeah, P.S. Forgot to mention right now. Yeah. Why I never mentioned it, Phoenix and Vegas, because they're in the same ideas. It's in my earlier videos, and they said it's a lot. But you know, some sort. Click it to know what steams for the MLS is in Phoenix and Vegas or whatever it is. It's on my channel because I upload like 3-4 of them. So if you really want to know what the Phoenix and Vegas expansion of this theme is, click on those videos so the end them is seen on all the way on board. And it'll show you the more in-depth and possible rumored plans at the end of what's likely is going on for both in Phoenix and Vegas for their Major League Soccer expansion, and also what stands for what probably they be built within. And even for Vegas though, then they'll show you some pictures all the way but they end up what look like at the end up within the Vegas' expansion. So the end of it makes way more sense to the to click this right away of some sort. And even Vegas at the end I got one more in Vegas side than Phoenix, because the end shows way more. So better let you know as a FYI that if we really want to know what's in for them. And that finally is the end of my video. So see everyone. Good night, good day, whatever. It's a big FYI. So otherwise, good luck, good night, and otherwise, see you later. And I'll officially, now say bye for now.